Hello ladies, I got some more Hennessy for y'all. Recently, Chris Brown was arrested in Paris due to some sexual allegations, but like Jay-Z and Kanye told y'all, black celebrities get treated like some niggas in Paris. It ain't no coincidence that after Soulja Boy went on the Breakfast Club hating on everybody that's doing good in the music industry, Chris Brown got arrested the next day for some shit I know he didn't do. Well, you never know. Now we all know for a fact that Chris Brown beat the living Jamaica out of Rihanna, but what a lot of y'all don't know is why he put his career in jeopardy. Everybody seen them pictures of Rihanna looking like Ronda Rousey, but don't nobody know exactly what she did to make Chris Brown so mad. Now when B2K first came out, they had these little girls going crazy for some homo. They would go to their concerts and be throwing their underwear all up on stage, but them boys wasn't looking for no pantyhose. They was too busy looking for the Hanes underwear. While these girls was at the concert hooting and hollering for B2K, them boys was backstage hooting and hollering, trying to get Marcus Houston from in between they butt cheek. I know y'all heard the stories about Marcus Houston and Chris Stokes molesting them little boys, but what y'all don't know is how the members of B2K got their names. It says here on page 12 that Chris Stokes named him Lil Fizz because he got a flat ass, but he got a little bit of cushion back there. Hold up, what? I know this sound gay, but it says here, Raz B stand for Raspberry Booty. You must be gay. Now wait a minute, I ain't the one that came up with these names. Don't be looking at me suspect because I'm giving y'all the documentations. Personally, I don't give a damn what these boys do with their wee-wee. I'm just doing my job. Yeah, whatever, nigga. B2K ain't the only little boys that got molested in the music industry. Might as well be. What I'm about to share with y'all, only a few people know about this. You have to try to understand, if these boys would have stayed theyself, they wouldn't have had no career after B2K. Hell, plenty of celebrities had plastic surgery to restart their careers. Ever since Lil Fizz reinvented himself into Chris Brown, he's been very successful. How else y'all think he got them endorsements for Juicy Fruit? That's because he was a juicy, fruity little boy. And according to Chris Stokes, Lil Fizz had a bubbly personality. As soon as you hop out the shower, he might just pop up on your ass smiling. He'll hide all your towels and have you running around the house butt-ass naked looking for him. This little wankster was a prankster. He'll super glue your butt cheeks to his face as soon as you fall asleep. Like Macaulay Culkin. He ain't stopped doing none of that stuff when he turned into Chris Brown. He ain't the only one from B2K to get plastic surgery. I know I sound crazy, and y'all don't want to believe nothing that I got to say. But when Soulja Boy was in that hotel room with Cat Stacks, and she posted them pictures of them lines of that white powder, it says here, Chris Brown paid her to do that. And when Soulja Boy found out what happened, he never forgave Chris Brown for that. We all know Soulja Boy was on coke, but he ain't have to expose it to the world. Hell, Soulja Boy first single was titled Crank That, and that's some shit crackheads say to each other before they snort lines of cocaine. Crank That. Y'all had to know this boy was on drugs. I want y'all to go back and look at this video I did about Soulja Boy being a victim of trauma. It explains how Flavor Flav is his father and Sister Soulja is his mother. You can say what you want to say about Soulja Boy, but you gotta respect his hustle. Not everybody like to see a young black man on top. Marcus Houston do. And I say that because when Chris Brown set up Soulja Boy, he wasn't acting alone. It says here, he was told to set up Soulja Boy by none other than Chris Stokes. A lot of people didn't know this, but Chris Stokes was the original Heavy D. That's why before it was Heavy D and the Boys, it was Heavy D and the Little Boys. It says right here, he got his start in Hollywood when he played the lead role in the movie The Predator. After he played in that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, he started having sex with all sorts of niggas. I gotta give credit where credit is due, because out of all them little boys, Soulja Boy was the only one to tell Chris Stokes no. He tried to bribe him with $1 million. Soulja Boy snorted that fat line of cocaine and told that motherfucker no. That's why I respect Soulja Boy, because he put all these new rappers in position. Unlike Chris Stokes, the only position he ever put them boys in was doggy style. But not no more, because he getting old and he can't chase them little boys like he used to could. And all his running mates is dead or in jail. The only one that's still around is Jermaine Dupri, but he looking like a tarantula. Soulja Boy came out with that video game console just to make Chris Stokes jealous. He know little boys love playing video games, and Chris Stokes jealous because he ain't come up with the idea first. These two been going back and forth with each other for years. This little boy out of Chicago that called himself Famous Dex, well, he was Chris Stokes' artist before he got with Soulja Boy. Damn, I ain't know that. It says when he was with Chris Stokes, his rap name was Famous Sex. When Raz B exposed the fact that he had to share a bed with Marcus Houston, he didn't tell everybody Omarion had to share a bed with Ty Dolla $ign. That's nasty. If you gon' tell the truth, tell the whole truth. Go on, Lil Razby, tell the whole world how Lil Bow Wow was a 5-year-old bona fide slut. Young hoe. His mama must have been listening to a whole lot of Trina. The baddest bitch. At 10 years old, this boy had more game than a Miami stripper. He knew how to get more money out of a nigga than child support. It says here, the first book he ever read was the autobiography of Anna Nicole Smith. He turned more niggas out than roller coasters. Lil Bow Wow the reason why Chris Stokes started going back to church. Forget the Antichrist, this little nigga was the anti-dyke. Even Soulja Boy couldn't tell him no. Like I said earlier, everybody's seen these pictures of Rihanna looking all swollen, but don't nobody know what she did or said to get that swollen. He beat that ass like a Jamaican. I'm not trying to give Chris Brown justification for putting his hands on a female, but after I tell y'all exactly what she did, y'all gonna be begging him to beat that ass again. Now don't accuse me of doing that girly gossiping, because we don't do that over here. We don't spill tea, we spill Hennessy. And right about now, I'm about to pour a whole pint of Hennessy all over your areolas. Like I told y'all earlier, Chris Brown wasn't the only member in B2K to get plastic surgery. It says when Chris Brown found out what was going on, he wanted to fight everybody. They even had a fight set up with him and Soulja Boy on pay-per-view. This was one of the darkest times in his life. He started running with gangbangers trying to reclaim some of his masculinity. On the way to the Grammys, Rihanna told Chris Brown straight up, "I'm really Raz B." Hold up, what? Now, of course, Chris Brown didn't believe it at first, but the more he looked at that forehead, then he started remembering that birthmark on Raz B's booty. And not to mention, Rihanna got an Adam's apple like a MacBook computer. A lot of people say Chris Brown beat up Rihanna like she was a man. Well, guess what, y'all? That was a man all along. Before y'all say this is bullshit, I want y'all to think about something. How come nobody in the music industry put hands on Chris Brown on Rihanna's behalf? Because Rihanna really a man. Do you really think Chris Brown would still be living if he put hands on Remy Ma like that? He would have been dead. Since everything I say is BS, I want you to ask yourself this question. Would Chris Brown still be running around LA if he put hands on Keisha Cole like that? Don't get in the comment section asking me questions. Ask yourself some questions. How come nobody don't give a damn about Rihanna? That's because everybody in the music industry already know what I just told you. And if you want some more exclusive information like this, I need you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that notification button. But the very last thing you want to do is push my buttons.
You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe. You know you want to, you might as well subscribe.
Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl.
Every day I'm risking my life to get your documentations every Thursday night. You don't appreciate Sean Blaze? That's okay, you get documents anyways, baby. It ain't that I'm afraid to show my face, baby. Don't want the FBI opening up my case, baby. They don't want you to know the truth, but I'm still gonna give it to you, baby.
Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl.